Now, as for doing ROM hacks of Super Mario Brothers at all, well, I guess that's going to depend on a number of factors. One is, it's going to have to be different enough. Okay? Like, I think I tried one called Super Mario Bash way back when, and the levels were strikingly similar. However, in some cases, well, the NS has been hacked upside down, backwards, sideways, all around, and so you can have something that barely resembles Mario once you're done with it, so I don't know if that qualifies something I'd want to do, and plus, I'm trying to find some neat cover art for some of these, and I feel like we didn't really decide to use cover art for stuff until mods of Super Mario World became really popular in the late 2000s. Yeah. I'm glad for you guys making the somewhat unofficial official box art, so I'm using it. Gonna use it or lose it. And, yeah, a lot of early Mario hacks are just kind of, oh, let's change the sprite, so, like, I wouldn't need to do that. And the levels can only be so different here. I guess if I had to make my own thumbnail for a Mario thing, I'd have to really think really hard on how that's gonna work, so it's neither here nor there. On request, of course. But I don't think there's a huge demand. Although I do know there's a speedrunner, what was his name, like Cosmic or something, who's good at doing those Super Mario Bros. Hacks, so if you need someone to do them, probably turn to that guy. I hope you don't need me for that. Although, fun fact, I saw one of his things where it was like, it was Mario, but his neck was growing longer, and I realized that was in the preview of Super Mario Bros. Wonder. That's when it occurred to me that Nintendo of Japan might be watching some popular Mario videos on the YouTube. So, yeah. Although, I think they've been aware of the ROM hacking scene since at least the Wii days, so... How do I figure that? It was the thing with the bubbles in mid-air. I'm like, yeah, no one swims in the air. This is a ROM hack. Plus the purple lava, which is now a permanent thing. We did this, you guys. We created the meme of lava outside the world. We did that. Am I spitting fireballs? Am I throwing fireballs? I mean, I gotta be breathing fire, because I'm certainly not breathing underwater. I'm just, like, constantly exhaling, because I saved up a bunch of air so I could swim for, like, 10 minutes. See, I can understand the timeline when you're underwater, but when you're above water, is, like, the atmosphere poisonous to Mario? What is it about a timer that causes death? We will never know. It's an early game mechanic. What do you want me to do about it? Not a whole lot. Here's something you don't know, is that there's an arcade thing called Versus Super Mario Brothers, which I played back in the day, and you're probably wondering how the hell? Again, I was a little, like, 3-year-old. And there was, like, a machine in a bar with, like, Versus Super Mario Brothers. I'm like, hey, this is Super Mario Brothers, except it wasn't exactly Super Mario Brothers. And part of those assets were used for Super Mario Brothers The Lost Levels, as it turns out. I could go on and tell you everything I could tell you about Super Mario Brothers, and there's already a lot of people that have talked about it for, like, ages, so I'm not sure what I'm adding to this conversation. Other than my own experience to be like, yeah, this is my gateway game. Why wouldn't it be yours? Unless my other gateway game was essentially Doom, and kinda, sorta, except it was actually Catacomb 3D at the Catacomb Abyss. That's my actual introduction to first-person shooters. But I'm gonna get back, like, I got all this stuff I can do, and all these things, and worlds. World, it's time for me to push the button. World, it's time for me to push the button. World. Someone from a long time ago impersonated me on Last.fm and was sort of accurate with what kind of music they thought I liked. It was kind of an inside joke, because I had joked that I'm a gamer, not a musicer or something. Like, I'm Gaming Wolf, not Music Wolf, and so I think they took that as a challenge to be like, okay, what kind of music would this guy like? I've never really called him out on... I don't even remember who owns it, but I didn't really call them out on it since, because I'm just like, it's old hat by now. People are using, like, the Spotifys and the SoundClouds and the Bandcamps, so it hasn't really come up. I mean, Last.fm is still there. What do you want from me?